What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Players Club Garage uh, B Series build. So today, what we have planned is we got to get that Civic, the one we're doing the swap on. We got to get it past emissions. Now, I think every state's different. Actually, I know every state's different. But basically, here, the way we have to register these vehicles legally is the car simply has to pass a smog test. Now that's going to be the years 95 and older. It actually goes on the rollers and they do a smog test. 96 and newer, they simply just test the gas cap and they plug into the OBD2 and make sure there's no check engine lights. So that's 97 and newer. If there's no check engine lights, usually you're golden. So the plan is we want to get this through emissions the way it sits right now with the D series in it, because we know it should pass. What that does for us with time is once it passes emissions and once the B series is in, we don't know 100% if it's going to pass right away, but at least we know once the B series is in, it'll be drivable legally. We can legally drive it and actually register it. So that's the main reason why we're taking it to emissions right now. That's the main reason why we haven't taken the motor out. We want to make sure it passes emissions so we can get a 2-year registration plan with it. That's the cool thing about passing emissions here is at least you can go for 2 years if you'd like. I know a lot of other cities here in Arizona, you can go like 6 years, stuff like that, but you got to be a resident of those certain cities. So anyways, that's the plan. We got to get this through emissions. We got to get the big black beast through emissions today as well, the ZL1. So that's another task we got to do today, but that's not why you guys are here. So we'll come back over here. Yeah, so once this passes emissions, we should be good to start tearing it down so we can get this motor in, as you guys have seen. Haven't really done much with the motor since the last episode. Got a couple new sensors, switches, got the new pipe on here, got the new upper neck, Downstar hardware starting to get installed, as you can see there. Oil filter, oil pressure switch. That's pretty much about it. Nothing too crazy now. We should start going on this here pretty soon, especially now that the motor's gonna be coming out of this. Things will definitely start rolling along pretty good. So as you can see, I don't even think we've shown you guys yet really, but the new layout of the garage. I think this really made a huge difference in productivity, personally. Everybody kind of has their own little space to work with now. It's not so jammed, and I think this really, really helped us. I don't know if you guys, by the time this airs on YouTube, you guys will see what we did here. Kevin has quietly been going crazy with his car and really putting in the work. The engine bay is pretty much ready for body work, which is why the B series is in right now. If you guys remember, Kevin was going K. It was gonna be a K series ITB setup. He wanted to go back to his roots and he went back to B series, which we're all very, very happy for him because you could tell he's motivated more to get this thing done, and he's definitely happy with his new setup. You guys can obviously see this is Jose's engine. This is not Kevin's, but it's in here for mock-up. Everything you see here is not really going on this car, but it gives Kevin a good gauge on what needs to be done, what needs to be trimmed to fit that beefy intercooler. So more on this, obviously, when we get some footage on it, some pictures on it. But by the time this episode airs, this will already be on Instagram and all that good jazz. Chooch obviously started taking his engine apart. You guys have been following him, Turk Series. This is another car we're very excited that is back into the garage, because what Chooch built was an incredible car, but he knows he can keep pushing himself to make it better. So we're excited for that. So we're gonna get this car pulled out, get it through emissions, pass emissions, and then hopefully get some other stuff done today. We got a lot planned. It's Saturday morning. It's time to get to work. All right. We are in line at the emission station. I was just here with my Camaro and it was empty because I came when they first opened. And now there's this line. Anyways, I'm gonna be here for a little while. So let's see what happens. I tried shortcutting, they didn't like that very much. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna move forward here. So let's see what happens. I mean, last time this thing got had to go through emissions, it passed with flying colors. Literally, they put it on the rollers for not even 30 seconds and everything came back perfect. Normally it takes like a couple minutes at least for them to get it through the rollers. But anyways, I haven't changed anything since then. I've barely driven it the last couple years. I maybe put like 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it. So I don't think anything's changed. I think we should be good. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Pass with flying colors. Easy peasy. So that took a lot longer than expected. A couple newbies in there thought they were just gonna be able to plug in an OBD2 scanner into the car and get it all figured out, but no, they had to get the people that have been there for a while. So anyways, that's all said and done. I wish I would have gotten some recordings of these new guys getting yelled at by the elders in there, because they were pretty upset because of how long they were taking. But it's all good. We passed the missions. That's pretty much that was pretty much it. That was the last thing we needed to start tearing into the car, getting everything out of the engine bay to clean it up, and of course get the B series in. So that's it. We're gonna head back to the garage and then continue getting some stuff done for the day. All right, small task for today. We are gonna get some paint on some of these small pieces that go on the engine, alternator brackets, AC compressor bracket. This car is gonna have AC on it, so of course every little piece counts, guys. So if you're looking for cleanliness, which should be part of the goal, you know, if you're putting your car together, especially because this stuff's already off, you know, a couple quick coats of paint, it's not that hard to do. So here's what we did. Obviously you want to clean these things right. Now what we did is we did media blast them. We have our media blaster over here. We did use walnut shell for these specific pieces, but if you don't have access to a media blaster, it's okay. Degreaser and a little bit of elbow grease will do it. So anyways, we got these as clean as we could, blew off all the dust from the walnut, and that's pretty much it. And it's a simple task, and it makes a huge difference when the motor's actually in the car. So same stuff we use on the engine block, the heated primer for the engine. We've already shaken this enough, so we're gonna apply some primer to this and then get some color on it. All right, so here we go. Got two coats of primer on here. That's plenty. Everything looks like it got covered up pretty well. Pretty much just ready for some color. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with this. It's a black enamel. I forgot what color it was exactly, but this is actually what I used on the shift linkage. I didn't really make a video on that, but the shift linkage is this same color. This we're gonna spray this. We're gonna do a couple coats of this. Then we're gonna add some clear coat to it. If you guys remember, the engine block is kind of like a flat aluminum. I'm a huge fan of flat colors against gloss colors, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna apply to this. We'll get some color on here, a couple coats of this, and then we'll add some clear, and then they're gonna be done and they're gonna be ready for install. So let's get some color on these bad boys. Couple coats of this. This is called Black Pearl. I did look at the name of the color before I got back here on the camera, but anyways, couple coats of Black Pearl. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's really hard to tell on the video, but it's got like a lot of sparkle to it. So anyways, we're still gonna apply a couple coats of clear. We're gonna make these puppies shine. It's gonna make a big difference once it's actually in the motor, or on the motor inside the engine bay. You know, been on this for less than 30 minutes, and that's all it takes, guys, to make your engine bay look that much better. So the wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so I'm gonna try to get this clear coat on here as quick as possible before it gets too windy and starts causing problems with getting the stuff applied. So add some clear and it should be done. That's pretty much it. It's about 3 coats of clear. Pretty good for what we need it for. It doesn't have to be crazy. I dig it. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it for this episode. I'm gonna actually work on the EF right now, so that's something I'm gonna be working on. So I'm already done doing this stuff for the EG today. That's pretty much about it. We're gonna keep going with this. We're probably the next episode is us pulling that motor. I think that's gonna be the next thing we're gonna be doing here. So that's pretty much it. Got any questions? Of course, you already know, DM us. Thank you guys for supporting us, the ones that do, the ones that are still here with us, and we'll see you next time. Peace.